Okay, good evening. We will bring the February 9th, 2026 Cultural Commission meeting to order at 5:35. Community Events and Communications Manager Marina, will you please take roll?
Yes. Commissioner Limones?
Just here.
Commissioner Rudnicki?
Here.
Commissioner Damiano?
Present.
Commissioner Hanson? Commissioner Amber?
Here.
Commissioner DA? Commissioner Frazier?
Okay, and I believe we have heard from Commissioner Frazier and Commissioner Guillet prior to the meeting asking for an excused absence.
Mhm.
Can we have a motion to excuse our absences? Okay. All those in favor? Okay, any opposed? Okay, with that, we have quorum for this evening. We're moving on to the approval of the agenda. So taking a look at the agenda under new business, which is item number F, I would recommend moving the election of a chair and a co-chair to the next meeting when you have a larger contingent of the Cultural Commission.
Second.
Okay. All right, with moving that piece of business to the next Cultural Commission agenda for March, do I have a motion for approval of tonight's agenda?
So move.
A second? A second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, agenda is approved. Moving on to staff announcements. Do we have any staff announcements for this evening?
We have our holy event. We have chosen a date. It's going to be March 14th. I meet with the committee tomorrow to choose a time and to work out some of the final details. And the hawks are still being worked on by one of our public works staff. So he's getting all those done. I think it was 10 or 14.
10, I believe.
And so that kind of got my brain working this weekend to thinking of, oh, now we have to figure out the scavenger hunt. So if you all have any ideas for the scavenger hunt, feel free to email them to me and I'll start putting something together. Like I think we had one city that we were looking at that was kind of a good example of how we were going to launch it.
Good. Could you review the scavenger hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy to describe the project. So we have the mural that is right in front of the Duvall Market. And the theme of that mural was birds of the valley. And so we have an eagle, we have a black-tailed hawk, a couple other birds that were indigenous to Snoqualmie Valley. So what we did was we bought some metal black-tailed hawks, and those are being etched right now. And then what we'll do is we'll choose 10 locations throughout the city to put they're about so big. I should have brought one from my desk. So we have one that's done, that's been etched. And so those will go in 10 locations throughout the city. And then on the city's website, we will do a scavenger hunt, kind of poetry for the community to go find the black-tailed hawks. When we launch that, the other thing we were thinking about doing is creating like a community art party. So getting little rocks and painting black-tailed hawks on them and putting painted rocks throughout our park system to pair with that kind of scavenger hunt. This is modeled after a program in Greenville, South Carolina. I saw presented at the National League of Cities. Theirs is far more elaborate, far more expensive. So initially we wanted to do it very much like theirs, which were these die-cast metal birds that we would have throughout the city. But that project to do die-cast animals was about $40,000 more than we budgeted. So instead, I found on Etsy actually these like flat metal hawks that are being etched, metal edged. But we can still do the same project, just less. And then we'll put them throughout, probably on buildings and not on trees, so we don't damage trees with binding, nails or stuff. So more to come. We're hoping to have the set of 10 probably by April.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can we get a list of the locations?
So we haven't chosen that.
Oh,
So,
Okay.
so
Have any
are there
ideas?
any ideas? I mean, I think probably spread throughout the city, right? We'd want one in McCormick at least, one at Big Rock, one at City Hall.
Okay.
But yes, 10 locations throughout the city. And then we'll have to figure out how to create a little poem with clues. One at Doherty Farm. We'll need one at Doherty Farm too.
how about the other part? The other, but.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, the idea is that we could put them in city properties and we wouldn't have to ask business owners, for permission to put them on their buildings. I can ask KCLS, for permission, and I know some people. I think KCLS, yeah.
That's all the events I have.
And then our Holy event is also just build on that, getting picked up by Parent Map this year. So the magazine Parent Map reached out for cities that are celebrating Holy, and we will be included on the list this year. So that's pretty exciting. So that's what's going on in March. Do we have any other events in March?
Marching vegetables.
Oh, yeah,
But
March
that's
of the
not
Vegetables
ours,
is moving their day. So they were going to be March 28th, but now they're March 21st. So March of the Vegetables will be that third weekend.
Busy time.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
I'm kind of backtracking a little bit, wondering if when we have this scavenger hunt, black-tailed hawk, if we could involve the, what is it, the nature place that's next door, the federal.
Oh, the
Oh,
Yeah, that conservancy, yeah. I bet they know a lot about how to do that.
it's right next to the bike shop.
Yeah, right next to the bike shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do they have regular business hours or? I've
I
never.
don't know how regular they are.
Okay.
I've been here before.
Oh, have you? Yeah, I see them in the window. It's really cool inside, but.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can reach out and coordinate with them. That'd be great if they could do some tie-in with us.
Mhm. I don't know if you wanted
I
to.
think they do work with riparian planting.
Mhm.
All right, any other staff announcements? Okay, moving on to our next agenda item, public comment. Do we have anyone who would like to provide public comment? Great, I will read into the record our rules for public comment. During the designated public commentary period within the Cultural Commission meetings, individuals are allotted a 3-minute speaking duration, while representatives of organizations may address for up to 5 minutes. Before presenting, kindly disclose your full name and residential affiliation with the city. It is strongly advised by the city to submit verbal comments in written form to expedite subsequent correspondence. Written comments must be received by no later than noon on meeting day, addressed to P.O. Box 1300, Duvall, Washington, 98019, or deposited at the City Hall drop box located at 15535 Main Street Northeast, Northeast Duvall, or sent by email. Please be aware that the City Council's boards and commissions solely entertain public comments from attendees present at meetings in person. The commission does not accept handouts or printed materials during public commentary sessions. Information intended for the commission should be directed to the community events coordinator, who will disseminate it following the submitter's instructions. Upon receipt, the community events coordinator will receive written public comments and subsequently furnish them to the commission. It's important to note, however, that written comments will not be orally presented during the council or applicable board or commission meetings. Instead, they will be integrated into the meeting minutes. During the designated public commentary period within commission meetings, individuals are allotted a 3-minute speaking duration, while representatives. We need to revise these meetings. I've never actually read it into the record. I kind of just glossed over it, but thank you for your patience. Councilmember Hernandez.
The former chair, I never said that. I probably should have been saying.
These will be updated at our next meeting. With that, we will open up for public comment, recognizing Councilmember Hernandez.
Oh, Jen Hernandez, resident of 12 years. I think you'll be on pretty certain. I don't really have any prepared statements, but I did just want to say now with my appointment to city council, I'm no longer the chair, which means I'm not going to see you all as much as I used to. And I am going to miss that. But on top of that, I'm going to miss the fact that we're actually doing really good work around town. We've really gussied the place up. We've made tons of art here and there. And what started as kind of a solemn duty has actually become a joy that I'm now definitely going to miss not being here. But I wanted to get I wish Crystal and Alyssa were here so that we could vote them in because this is kind of symbolic for that. For the new council or for the new commission, I have made my little stencil for you all and I'm giving it to you all as a gift. As a gift, good luck. So feel free to pass that around. Thank you for your time and good luck. And I look forward to approving all of your budgets in the future.
Thank you, Councilor. Thank you. Oh, this is awesome. Always good.
Be happy to.
Any other comments from the audience? No. Okay, we will move on to new business. The first item of new business is the Color Pop site selection. So reminding the commission what that project is to find areas of city-owned property throughout the city and do kind of micro art, just a pop of color. So, thinking about a retaining wall with different stones, like a red, blue, so simple color just to liven up the place. Rita and I intended to take a drive today and life got a little busy in City Hall. So we were not able to do that, but hoping by the next meeting that Rita and I will have some sites selected. But as you all are out and about, whether at parks or looking at retaining walls in your neighborhood, if you see any that are kind of a blank canvas, please take a picture and bring them in at the next meeting so we can begin this project. This is in the biennial art plan for 25-26. So we want to try to get it done by the end of the year if we can.
How big are we talking about? The pop.
Well, it's kind of driven by the site. So if you see a retaining wall, for instance, just grab a picture of it and we can track down whether it's city owned or owned by a homeowners association. And what we want is just to look for different locations throughout the city where we just kind of do a surprise color element just to liven things up, particularly in, the dark months. As we just think about more ways to introduce color into the city.
Does this include like tennis courts? Things like that?
Yeah. Yeah, tennis courts would be a great canvas for that too.
What about like a stone, a large boulder?
Large boulder. Yeah, take a picture of everything and we'll put together a list and show it to Steve, our public works director, and gauge his reception.
Did we decide on a color palette for Color Pop, or are we gonna?
We have not decided on a color palette, so I think that would probably be our next portion of that project. Though I think probably matching it to the color palette used for the Welcome to Duvall mural makes a lot of sense. That's a known color palette that you all seen, looked at, approved. For some consistency throughout the community. It's a pretty large color palette. There are a lot of colors that
I
are on
can
that.
email out the color palette that she submitted, so you guys.
But not, that doesn't have to be the end of the discussion. But that's a color palette we know.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Bring on the good juju for next season already.
What about crosswalks? Is it anything on the roads?
Crosswalks are different, so a totally different project. So with crosswalks, especially on Main Street, it's not ours. So we cannot do any crosswalk on Main because it's owned by WashDOT, and due to visual distraction, they will not approve any painted amenities on Main Street. And I would say for some of our busier streets too, the way our insurer views painted streets and sidewalks is dim. Now, that doesn't mean we can't find a location where it'd be appropriate, but none in high traffic. All right, moving on to existing business. We have big work tonight, which is to grade our proposals for the night sky mural and the native plants of the Northwest mural so that we can get started on those projects. Suspecting that everybody might not have had the opportunity to grade the proposals, we've come up with an alternative scoring methodology tonight.
I scored mine.
I was gonna say, I was working furiously.
Well,
But tell me the alternative.
So the alternative is how we do voting for appointed council members, actually. It seems to be a methodology that works reasonably well. So for how many proposals there are 5. Everybody get a dot. Now, and I think we've done this here before.
We have, yeah.
We have. You can choose to use all 5 on a single proposal. You can spread out all 5 on different proposals. So if you like one a lot and you want to go all in, use all 5 dots on that proposal. If you like multiple, you would split your votes among multiple options.
Is this a blind vote or does everybody see where everybody else's dots are going?
We typically do it blind.
Okay.
But I will trust that, you all can, we can try to do it blind if you'd like. Do you all have your proposals in front of you? Okay. So we're gonna do it in the back and, don't pregame with each other. It's like,
Okay.
try not to game up. But
No, we
But-
saw it last year,
Yeah, you saw it.
so, yeah, I think I had it in my mind at that point.
So when you say judging proposals, do you mean the entire package of each, or just what they're proposing for the snack shack?
So we have 2. So the first we'll do, are you doing all time?
Yes, I see.
So, this is what proposal you would like to move forward to contact the artist and go with their proposal, because we're gonna, we should probably get into contact soon with our muralist so we can get it treated. And then, so we'll do night sky first, and then we will move on to the plant mural. Yes.
Do we discuss it after we vote? Like,
We can discuss it now, the relative merits of them, or,
okay.
so opening up for discussion for the night sky mural, any comments from commission before you vote?
Amazing,
Mhm.
just amazing, from all over the US, not just local. That's gonna be hard
To choose.
Just as a point of reference, again, this is gonna go on a building.
Mhm.
Yes. So the, we fondly call it the snack shack at Big Rock Ball Field. So it's part of a larger project that we are hoping to engage in, so. We do, hasn't been once a month because of the weather, but is it first Fridays? Rita?
Yes.
First Friday of the month, the Seattle Astronomical Society goes out to Big Rock Ball Field and puts up telescopes for the community, so a group of volunteers. And so in reference to the fact that we're trying to maintain night sky conditions out there, we're painting the snack shack in a night sky mural. And then hoping this year to apply to become an official night sky city, which will allow us then to maintain conditions out there. And there's also other benefits to being a designated night sky city. So that's the hope for that location.
I was curious, and I know at least one of the artists asked about it. Will they be able to paint the entirety of the building, or are like the doors and signage needing to stay? As they are?
Signage needs to stay for ADA purposes, but yes, the entire building is their canvas. which is why we increased the budget. Initially in the biennial art plan, I can't remember what it was budgeted at, I think 5,000. Oh, you have you have made me so many copies of this, Rita, and I
Myself
don't.
as well. 3,500.
3,500.
Right.
And so the artists, we had 2 artists write back to say that really wasn't a sufficient budget for the project that was listed in the call for artists. So we increased it to 7,000.
And I've noticed that some of the artists are from out of state. Are they expected to pay for their own travel expenses out of the stipend?
Yeah, we would not anticipate paying for travel expenses.
Just curious. Thank you. Any
I've
other-
seen Casey Johnson's work in Louisville. Down there. I've seen that in person. It's pretty good work.
Where is their work in Louisville?
It's called The Egg Shop.
Mhm.
I've seen that.
I lived in Louisville for a few years.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah. And then at the Artist Lofts, I think he had a mural there, but I never saw that one.
Very nice. Any other operational questions?
Do we have kind of a stall for judging, like what we'd like to see up there? In this kind of a night sky kind of a site where they have like observatories or whatever, telescopes, whatever. I mean, just the really bright murals might detract a little bit from that, I kind of feel.
Well, it'll be dark during the sky parties, the star parties.
I understand.
But yeah, so I think this is more to help give people something to look at during the day and also generate some interest in the star parties. And I'm sorry I spoke out of turn.
That's okay. I mean, the cultural commission is a more conversational environment than
A bit casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing all of them.
So we tend to, when we set the conditions for the sky parties, we shut off all lights. So we would not light the snack shack for that. We only put up red lights as a marker for people to enter the park. We turn off all the lights, including the lights to the snack shack when we do star parties.
And that's so people can maintain their night vision because it takes like 20 minutes to get it back.
Yeah, and we take it, I will tell you, the community takes it pretty seriously when folks, and we'll probably need to figure out some way to handle this. When you drive up and we're having a night sky party, if you park all the way at the top of Big Rock and you leave your lights on too long, the community will definitely let you go.
Yeah. It's just so dark in there though, when you go in, so yeah, we have to figure something out.
Yeah, like bring your flashlights or something, yeah.
Or maybe like loner red lights or blue lights that people can borrow, or even like just filters.
Their lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then
We'll
they
figure out a
can-
way to light the street on the way or something, so.
So can I ask, like, what drove the council to decide this to be night sky themed? What's the reason?
Sure. So not council, this commission.
Okay.
And we'll be doing this work again. This is a kind of on topic, but a little off topic, but I think it'll help. So in the summer, this commission in the city, meaning Rita and I largely, ask the community, what do you want to see? So not this last Duvall days, the Duvall days before, and then the farmers markets that summer. Rita and I did a series of community events and said did 2 different activities. The first was, what do you want to see in Duvall? So kind of ranked every kind of activity. Do you want to see statuary, paintings, murals? What type of art do you want the cultural commission to focus on? And then we had a separate card of tell us what theme of mural you would like to see in the city. And so we collected, I don't know, 70-ish cards. We have a really good response rate of the themes for the 2, for the murals that were going in that are already in. So Birds of the Valley ranked really high. And then the community wanted to do a night sky mural. So that's kind of one of the things that rose to the top. So as we develop our new biennial art plan for 27 and 28 that will fold into the budget, we'll be needing to do that work this summer of asking the community like, okay, now we have 4 murals in this biennium from the Cultural Commission. What more do you want to see? We are running out of spaces for murals unless private businesses want to do them. They're after we do these stairs and this snack shack. I don't know that we have any more like city canvas space for it.
Mhm.
So until like whether a new municipal campus or some other new building is built, or converted to a different purpose.
Yeah.
So that's how the night sky mural was chosen, as well as the flowers, indigenous flowers.
Mhm.
We had a lot of responses for indigenous, either plants, animals, native, renderings and art.
Thank you.
Okay, you ready to vote with your dot? Okay,
They're all back here if you guys want them.
so we'll do night sky first.
I don't think this one turned in a, oh, yeah. And then you weren't here at the last meeting, but I did have a pen for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then I had some other stuff too. I don't know if it made it with me with this batch of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. That's all. I have another copy of it.
Oh. Yeah, I can't believe we will be at a point of having to redo our plan.
It never ends.
I will offer that I reached out to the high schooler who wants to do the Pride Garden here. And have not heard back. I will reach out again. Offering to come to them. I think maybe our meeting times might be difficult for that group. So I'll reach back out again and just try to make myself available nights, weekends, whenever they need to try to get more information about what they want to do here. So more to come on that, but the vision for this spot, hopefully by the end of the summer, is we have a student group that wants to do a pride garden down here where right now it's dumping overgrown bushes.
Oh, okay, right here outside.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah, right at the end of the stairs, and then some containers painted in the colors of the pride flag in this area. So the stairs are part of an overall project to kind of beautify this building and make it more usable to the community and more inviting as outdoor seating space.
Okay.
Okay, everything's back there.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah, when you walked in, when you were saying, I was like, oh, but then I could smell something, but from that little spot was very comfortable. You know?
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Add the book bench to the Eagle Scout list.
Okay, that's what I was stopped myself and.
Oh.
I wasn't sure. So and so.
Yeah.
So nice to look at other artists' work.
Mhm.
Just kind of makes you think about, oh man, I've never thought of that before. Like there was one artist who had used mattresses and quilting as a medium.
Oh.
And she painted people like laying on the bed. And it was just awesome. And she had a showing where she stacked all these different mattresses on top. And just like an art piece in the middle of the gallery.
That's
Oh, really cool.
I went to Bilbao and they had one of my favorite painters there at the time, so I was very wowed by that. But then next door to that painter was Barbara Kruger, and she used tech and imagery from daily current life and quotes and everything, and media. But she blows words up. She changes
The picture for one
Sorry,
of the
she
girls in
has
the backyard,
tech.
that bird feeder's on.
and literally the floor.
I just sat there tweaking the color levels to see what would be
When
white
you went
for
to
black
the
for
entire room was all.
hours trying to
like the
figure out
color.
who's gonna
All
do
the
that.
text, like one room was all about.
Mhm.
The next one was all about. The wall.
Everything that's white, that is what's going
And
to
at the
not
very
be.
end, you can't get to the start, so you went from the hall, the big room, to the small.
Oh, it's
Having the fun.
I couldn't find a way in the eye, it was an island. And I figured if I
Did all
could
these work.
line around it,
Yeah.
turns out the eye and
And
it
it
connects.
really made an impact.
Okay.
really cool.
Moving on to good of the order, this is the opportunity for any commissioner to share any thoughts.
I'm sorry, I meant to mention this in staff announcements, but I'm not sure if everybody noticed, at Summer Stage, I don't know if you remember, we had. Jolie Davidson there doing a live, chalk art from the concert, and you have it here in our council chambers. So it's really cool, because when people are on, watching our meetings on Zoom, this is the backdrop now, so. It's fun.
Love it.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That was a nice 25th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's from the 25th anniversary concert. So he captured each performance, so, Drew Martin, Stephanie Ann Johnson, Sway, Elizabeth Hill is up there, so.
Very local.
Yeah, and, the big.
Oh, Austin James.
Austin James, thank you. Yeah, in Austin. So yeah, so that was really cool. We had them displayed at City Hall for a while, and then there's an art show that comes traveling through via, I believe, DFA. And so the artist that is showing there now took up both walls, so we went ahead and moved these over here. Yeah.
All right, any other good of the order?
No, I'm making my stencils and we're gonna go test the stencil out. See how it works, because it has fine lines in it. And so before I commit, 10 or 20 more hours, I wanna make sure what I did work. And so once we do that, I'll be able to do the community emojis. And my thought was to have like 3 different types of peoples, and then the word community, and then these various types around the city somewhere.
Okay. Great. We can maybe offer an explanation of this project.
Nah.
Figured it'd go on a little bit more, but.
It might be on the back of the art plan.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm memorized.
I have the art plan memory. Yeah, so this also was a project, so another part of the biennial art project or our plan is we as a commission all get together and we get the community feedback, lay that out, and then we had an opportunity for the commission, everybody had their own butcher paper up on these walls and could write whatever they wanted. Any kind of art project.
Mhm.
And then this group kind of upvoted each other's projects, so every commissioner was able to list their own ideas, present their own ideas, and then the group kind of upvoted which ideas they liked, those rose to the surface and made it into the biennial art plan, and one of them were rainworks.
Okay.
So we have some that have already been laid down that were easier because they were words. And so Rita's done, I don't know how many throughout the city.
Maybe like 8 or so. Yeah. Yeah, we had You Belong, You Matter, and 2 other really long ones that I forget what they said, but Brandy, you might remember.
After Rain.
Yes. And then Be a
Okay.
Friend in All Weather. So if you go like on our Instagram page, I posted some photos of some of them.
Okay.
And then the commission is also creating their own stencils for us to add to the inventory of stencils throughout the city.
Okay.
So
And
that's why we had the
The crow. Okay.
and I'm doing community emojis.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and I can get you supplies so you can create one if you'd like.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Maybe we'll stay on sidewalks then.
Yes.
yeah, we can't put them on the streets, the
Yeah.
sidewalks.
And just kind of as time allows and weather allows, I've gone out and down, so. They're in different places, some going into Depot Park, into McCormick Park, around the school, around the high school, elementary school,
Nice.
fun.
So Rita, would you like me to just leave the stencil with you and you can test it?
Yeah,
When-
you can do that if you like.
Then
I
you
can
can
send
show
you-
me a picture.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, good idea.
Yeah, we could test it at City Hall and see,
Yeah. Great.
They mostly show up in rain, kind of seasonal, right?
Yes, yeah.
So they look comfortable.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
So wherever the rain goes is where it'll be dark and this part will be light.
gotcha. So you have to be out in the rain. So-
Yes, when it rains, they're here. It'll
Okay,
be like, for community, we'll have 3 of these heads,
yeah.
but they're all different, like showing different type of folk.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does the solution work on fabric?
I don't think so. I think it's meant for concrete.
Yeah,
I'm just loving that.
and it doesn't last forever. It's like a couple months or weeks
Yeah.
that it lasts. So the ones that have been put around town are probably gone by now. So it's probably time to go out on another dry stretch and put some more down. So
And the group is working, I believe, on a giraffe hopscotch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's about it.
yeah. That'll be cool down in Depot, I think.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Let's see, I have a few more good of the order that I could have done during staff announcements, but one of the things I think is worth doing is continually referring back to our biennial art plan, just to look through and see what we've done, what still needs to be done. So this is on page 7 of the art plan. Rainworks was in there, book bench sculpture. So recreating the sculpture, the old book bench, which is on the back page. This has been a more challenging project than anticipated.
Mm.
We're now kind of pivoting, well, it's called the book bench sculpture. This is really hard to recreate because it was extremely heavy and not very compatible with our environment.
Mm.
And then trying to find a place for it has been a challenge because this used to be in front of the old bookstore, which is now the bike shop.
Mm.
And KCLS does not want it in front of the library.
Mhm.
So we're now kind of pivoting to, in the vein of beautifying this space down here, maybe doing a book shade or some other book sculpture that can be sat on. So we did put it on the Eagle Scout list. So we have a list of projects that Eagle Scouts like to do their Eagle Scout project. And so we might get an Eagle Scout that wants to do the project. So we'll see. So that's in the works. Night Sky Mural. And then we have poets and performers for the Depot Park performing stage that we need to schedule this summer and fall. So if you have ideas, now we've talked about doing a puppet performance and maybe dance classes or something down there. But that is on our list. We need to do 2 to achieve the things that we set out for in the biennial art plan. Let's see. So next up is, we didn't do it in 2025, but we have the photography day in August, World Photography Day, a competition for that. So we ought to probably, by the next meeting, come up with categories. We want to offer enough notice for photographers to have a whole range of seasons to take pictures for August, because you would have some seasonality, things that we've talked about before, and I can bring another list because I know I made a mini PowerPoint for this, but I don't know that I ever brought it to council or to commission.
You might not.
So community, people, events, so there's lots of categories that we could have for World Photography Day. With the idea that we would then display the pictures, maybe even here, for the winners of World Photography Day. And there's, how much is budgeted? 1,500. So we have money for monetary awards as well for that. So by the March meeting, if you could all think about categories of photographs that we would have for a World Photography Day competition.
So sorry.
And I think both probably in adult and youth entries.
And these are local photographs, valley photographs?
Yeah, I think we'd wanna have it like either Snoqualmie Valley or Duvall, and I guess we can discuss that at the next meeting, you know, what limitations you wanna put on it. But World Photography Day, I don't have my cell phone out, it's always in August. So we would have it in August.
And the pictures must be taken on that day? Is that the?
No, the competition, like the
Oh,
judging.
okay.
Sorry. For categories, are you wanting us to think about like portraiture, landscape? Kind of category? Or
Yeah, anything, yeah.
like family or nature?
Nature probably would make sense. Trying to find. One nice world. That's,
Do you have a specific amount of categories?
I think we would want to limit it to. I mean, if you think about the fact we have 1,500 of prize money. So I'd imagine want to offer a prize to both the finalists and the runner-up. In both a youth and adult. So. I guess let's at the next meeting decide how many categories we actually want, so we can set the prize for each of those categories. It seems to me probably no more than 4. But I'll do some splits of potential like prize money and we can figure out what that looks like.
Do we wanna have a category for professional photographers since there's so many here?
I don't think so. I mean, this is really meant to, I think, inspire like amateur photography.
Do they submit it just digitally?
Yeah.
Do we exclude professional photographers?
So this was our plan. So I guess I'm going to hand it back to you. If you want to do professional photographers, I mean, it's totally up to you to decide if you want an amateur and a professional category, youth and adult, knowing that our budget is 1,500. So I'm going to hand those decisions back to the commission on how you would like to organize it.
Do we have to decide tonight or can we?
No, I think but by next meeting, we should have a decision so that we can advertise it with a date for voting and with the who's going to vote and put all the logistics together so we can have so our photographers can have enough time to prepare a submission.
I think it'd be if you have professional photographers to have them, they have to team up with somebody like younger. So they can
Oh,
help.
maybe act as a mentor,
As a
sure.
mentor to take the photo together and work on that as a submission. That way it kind of passes on the artistic
Yeah.
skills to somebody else.
Yeah, that's a good idea, we're considering.
So World Photography Day is August 19th. One idea would be potentially to have, I don't know how we would do this easily. I suppose we could put a big board up, Rita, don't kill me. And you overrule me. Okay. Is to maybe have judging at a summer stage, the last summer stage concert.
Oh, so people can,
Walk into the booth and vote.
do the sticker.
How many submissions, do you have a cutoff for submissions?
Well, that's what, I mean, that's where I think we want to get to by at the next meeting is plan all the logistics for this at the next meeting. You know, when are we going to announce it? What are the categories, the cutoff? How voting is going to happen? All that kind of thing.
And maybe there could be like a pre-selection process too, where we kind of look at them before we present them for voting at summer stage, so there aren't, 500 to look at.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would say it's not the most lucrative prize pot here.
Maybe this is a detail for the next meeting for that, but like, could it be like the winner be on a postcard for like welcome to Duvall? Like featured on something like that?
Yeah, I think we'd want to talk about how we feature, if they would give the city permission to feature their art moving forward, whether we display it in City Hall. So often the artists that display in City Hall with DFA will allow their art to be purchased. And so, we could offer that opportunity. I've bought 2 pieces from DFA artists off the wall of City Hall. So.
Okay.
So
I've
there, I think,
I've seen other cities where they offer, like, if you, participants or winners get featured on like the Facebook cover page or the website.
or the website, yeah, 'cause we like to cycle out the pictures on the website too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be great. That's incentive.
Yeah, and we can attribute it to, so I think we do attributions on the photographs that we purchase from professional photographers. So yeah, so that's in the plan. I think we should definitely by the next meeting knock out all the details. So come with your ideas so that we can advertise that mid-March. We did the New Year's Eve celebration. We're doing the native plants of the Northwest. Color Pop pilot project. We did the Bubble Festival. So the big item that's left is the giraffe flood gauge statue. So I think once we get the murals done, the book bench is kind of in progress. We're still trying to figure out how to build it. The next project by the end of the year is to do a call for artists and figure out what we want a giraffe flood gauge to look like.
What's the budget for it?
5,000. Whether that's wood, treated wood.
Will that be down by the park? Down,
It would replace their
the
fee
floodgate.
maybe next to the flood gauge that's down there, which is on the small side of McCormick Park. What else? And then the recycled art day at Earth Day celebration, which is on second to last page. We were gonna do, we have budgeted $1,000. So we are still working on the competition for the community to create giraffes out of recycled material for Earth Day. So that Earth Day celebration is April.
I want to say the 19th.
I know we talked to the schools about that as well.
We haven't yet. We need to put together a flyer for it. Probably with at least 30 days notice so kids can gather their recyclable material.
Yeah, when we do the push for the Earth and Arbor Day Festival event, we're sending that flyer out via Peach Jar. And then when we do the promotion on social media, it'll include the information about the recycled giraffe stuff.
And I think that's all I have for the good of the order. We'll just, every time we have good of the order, I'll keep referring back to our biennial art plan, just reminding us of the work that we need to do just so we can finish out this plan.
Good to have a calendar. There's so many events coming up.
Well, we have a city flyer and we are getting more traction actually from local community groups going to our website and asking us to promote their event. So we created a structure for it. So now on Sundays we do Discover Duvall. So anybody, nonprofits, probably not anybody, but any nonprofit can put a web interface thing into Rita to promote their event. And we do on Sundays.
Yep.
Discover Duvall, which promotes all the events for the upcoming week. And then we also have a flyer that we have put together the draft of. I don't know if we can easily share the screen.
Maybe. Little things not popping up.
And Rita, we planned for this to go out like March, right?
Mhm.
There we go.
This includes just community nonprofits too, right? Just not just city Duvall.
Yeah, I can't tell.
It has ref run, Duval days, and that's pretty much it. So some of the smaller stuff, Art and Bloom is not on here. I wasn't given a date for that yet. So do you guys have a date for that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's one of the things that, like Cynthia was mentioning, on our website is, a page where it says promote your event. And so you would submit, it's got like it's a form that you fill out and it's got the different fields and then you could submit your flyer. Northwest.
Art Center has been really good about it. They do
Yeah.
it almost every week now for us.
Mhm.
I don't know if we can share the website for that.
Not to get back to Zoom. So it's just under how do I, oh, I didn't think it was gonna pop up. Okay. So the way you get here is under the how do I tab up at the top there. Top right, sorry, and then it says promote an event and it'll take you to this page. So this just tells you the guidelines on how to, what we promote. The criteria for sharing the event, rules for submission, and then if you click this, it takes you to the form to fill out. Yeah.
And then if it's coming up in the next week, we highlight it in the Sunday Discover Duvall social media posts.
And then you can choose, if you want it on Facebook, Instagram, the newsletter, website calendar, so, yeah.
And then we also put all the events on the website calendar.
That was just an easier way for us to track. The nonprofits that were submitting, oh, can you share this? Or because, there's no way that we could capture everything on, like Cynthia and I.
Or two people.
Yeah.
We can't scour everybody's Facebook page. Yeah.
To see what's going on, because there was, things that I didn't even know about that people were submitting. So like the RC play day at the Redemption Church, I think it is. They do a free play day. I know Holy Innocents is starting a free toddler play day, and then Northwest Art Center has monthly classes that they have going on. So, and then like a free teen hangout that they just sent in for us to promote. That was on Saturday. So so some pretty good stuff that's being sent in.
Awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there's just so many organizations doing a lot of fun things. So we want to make sure to give them that platform, because I know there was the call for a calendar with everything. So this is kind of our way to help facilitate that. Because we can't really put a whole calendar together, but people are sending us the information and we can try to help people out.
Yeah.
DFA finally has a new website that's really snazzy.
Yeah, so if somebody could take like 10 minutes from DFA once their calendar is set and just go to this webpage and just populate all of it, we would be happy to include it in all of our materials. All right, well, any other good of the order? Okay, well, with that, we will adjourn the meeting at 6:36 p.m.